by Roxy Music. Off Stranded, the first album I ever bought with my own money. I'd forgotten that lyric. It really sums up my attitude at the moment. Wish everybody would leave me alone. That is, I don't know if it's the pandemic or, I don't know, the way the world's going. I just want to be left alone. So I don't do anything anymore. Can't be bothered. I can't be fucking bothered. This is why we can't have nice things. People are never fucking happy. You try your hardest. Yeah. I wouldn't call it street life now though. I call it home life. I just want to be, I want to stay here. It's bad now. Doesn't matter what it is. I just turn down going to everything now. Even like nice things, like, you know, like a party, award show, and I would go, oh, I can't. I'm giving blood at the orphanage. COVID, I've got COVID. Oh, God. Oh, cough. See? I tested yesterday. Right. Yeah. I was forced into this. Dogs and cats going, you doing a thing tonight? Fuck's sake. Yeah. I am. I'm tired. Cheers, everyone. What's been happening? Right, here's some questions. Titch was straight in. If they invent a device that allowed you telepathically to talk to dogs, would you spend all day over Hampstead Heath stalking dogs? And do you know what I'm thinking in this pic? You're thinking Borley, biscuit, pigeon. Just like that in your head. Yeah, that'd be amazing if I could talk to dogs, wouldn't it? I'd use them as an army, I think. Like someone was annoying me, I go, and I roar, the dogs would come out, and I go, like that. And he'd run away. My attack, my army. Christine, what 3 things in your life bring you the most happiness? Well, I assume you don't mean friends, family, you know, spouses and all that. That would be obvious, wouldn't it? That would use them all up, wouldn't it? So apart from that, take that as a given. Work. I like doing the work. Even though I know people who complain, I still enjoy doing that. I enjoy coming up with stuff, and I go, oh, this will annoy people. Oh, fuck's sake. So I enjoy the work, or the creativity, I should say. I enjoy I enjoy coming up with ideas and doing them and that, and I can't wait to. I'm doing some new stuff next week, new material. I love that bit of it. I get excited about that. Come up with a new idea, but then I want to go, I don't do anything else ever again. Then you start thinking of all the admin you've got to do. It takes ages, like a year's work for half hour on telly, and people watch it. And some people go, oh, it was good. Some people go, yeah, it was alright. Some people go, I didn't like it. Some people go, I'm going to write a letter to the BBC. Well, actually, I wish I missed those days. That's why there's so much more fucking complaining these days. Because 20 years ago, if you wanted to complain about something, you'd get out a pencil and paper and you go, dear BBC, oh, I can't be fucking bothered. What am I doing? Let's have a cup of tea. Right? Brilliant. Right? Now, they can fire a tweet off. And someone goes, yeah, dude, suddenly it's like a fucking thing. It shouldn't be a fucking thing. It shouldn't be a fucking thing. Turn the telly off. I didn't like this, who can I tell? Don't tell anyone. Just don't fucking watch it again. What 3 things? So, creativity. My work that I do, it just happens to be my job, but I love that, coming up with stuff. Dogs, animals in general, I suppose animals. Nature. Creativity, nature. Playing tennis. I look forward to that all week, like 1 hour. If it rains, I'm furious. I need a tennis court in my house in London so I can play every day. Even against a wall, like a really sad kid. I'd be happy with that. I'd be happy with half a tennis court and a big wall. Because then I could play tennis and I wouldn't have to meet anyone or arrange anything. Like a proper little mad recluse. That's how I taught myself. After school, by myself in the gym, hitting against a wall. Yeah. So, creativity, animals, tennis, wine. That's 3. Right. Max and Muffin. Did you consciously move your foot when you were talking about Lisa in Afterlife? His friend, but this is Max and Muffin, and his friend's a widower, and said that they tap their foot when they're talking about their deceased wives. I don't know if I did it specifically because of that. I'm pretty sure I didn't, but like if you're getting emotional and you're anxious, I think you do fidget. Like to control it, you're trying to control things. I don't know. I don't know if that's true, but I usually do act. If I'm sad, I do. My lips quiver and you fidget because you're embarrassed and you're nervous and you're thinking. I also think I do it so because you're childlike, because you're vulnerable, you're worried and you want comfort. So a lot of people, when they're really emotional, they revert almost, like they're weak because they need comfort. So I did do it consciously, but I didn't do it specifically, like about being a widower. But yeah, I'm fascinated with body language. I think it's not done enough in acting. They just say the words, but and put teardrops in. But I just think it's more than that. It's like there's a lot goes on. Like so much is non-verbal and tells and give things away that you're really thinking and not what you're actually saying. So I'm fascinated with the psychology of body language. Yeah, and that's very nice that people have noticed. Gunnar. Oh fuck's sake, Gunnar. What are the necessary components for defining consciousness? The necessary components for defining it? Well, words. I have to use words. Well, it is a tricky one. I still don't think people quite understand what consciousness... A definition of consciousness, in layman's terms, and I don't say that like I'm not a layman, I am a layman. Although what people don't realise is, right, because I talk to fucking cats and dogs, and I say stupid shit, and I look like a bag of shite as well, right? And I've got a stupid Reading accent, and I look fucking thick and old and drunk and shit, right? Right? They don't realise that I have got an honours degree from a top university in philosophy, okay? And discussion of consciousness was one of the first things I remember when I did my degree, discussing Descartes. Now Descartes, little French fella, and he was pondering. This is probably the single most famous phrase in philosophical circles. I'm sure you've heard of it. Cogito ergo sum. It means I think, therefore I am. And where it comes from was Descartes was going, how do I know this is real? How do I know I'm even alive? What if this is like like a dream? None of this is real. I'm not really here. And he went through all that. I went, well, it could be a dream. But then he went, oh, but hold on. Even if it's not real, but I'm dreaming it, I must be alive to have these thoughts. I think, therefore I am. I'm thinking, therefore I must exist. And consciousness is an individual's awareness of oneself in the world. That's all it is, really. It's the fact that we're feeling thoughts. We're feeling we're alive. Maybe it's not even a self-awareness, because I assume there are loads of examples of animals that are conscious, but they're not thinking, oh, I'm a nice little frog. But to explain it in any terms, it must be the awareness of that you're even if you can't put it into language, it's the awareness of being, I'd say. There's probably philosophers out there and neuroscientists and psychologists going, you don't know what you're talking about, Gervais. Well, that may be so, but at least I'm saying it like I know what I'm talking about, and that is all that matters these days. People are so confident they've got a good point or an original thought. The worst thing at the moment is this myth that all new ideas are good. It's just not fucking true. There's people go, oh yeah, come on, it's a new idea. Get with the program. This is the future. No. Loads of ideas are shit. And they have a go at it, they go, fuck me, let's go back to the way. Loads of fucking ideas. Everyone who's had a new idea thought, that's a good idea, isn't it? No, it's not. It might not be. It's a shit idea. I bet loads of people, like years ago, were going, oh, get with the programme, Grandad. Communism's a brilliant idea. No, it's not. Same with fascism. No, they were new ideas once, weren't they? Fascism, communism, they're all new ideas. Brilliant. No, they're shit. They're shit. Not all new ideas. Not all progress is good. Sometimes you go, fuck me, what are we doing? Why did we do this? It's bollocks. Oh, God. I mean, the internet, that seems like a good idea at the moment. I think soon we're going to fucking turn it off. Fuck this. I hope that answers your question, Gunnar. Stingo White Sox. If you were transported 500 years into the past with no clothes or possessions, what, like Arnie in, yeah, he landed, didn't he? He had to nick clothes off a bloke on a bike. If you were transported 500 years into the past with no clothes, no possessions, how would you prove that you were from the future? That is a brilliant question. I think it's impossible. I just don't know. I couldn't. How could you? First of all, first person you said it to, they'd say, well, you're a fucking witch. 500 years ago, they'd go, you're a witch. We've got to burn you. Right? So I'd probably want to keep it to myself. I couldn't go back and invent anything. I couldn't go back and invent, I don't know how things work now. So if someone said, oh God, all the meat's gone off, I'd go, what you need is a fridge. I go, what's that? I go, oh, fuck knows. Fuck knows. I couldn't do anything. People fighting with bows and arrows. I go, what you need is a gun. They go, what's that? I go, I don't fucking know, do I? It fucking goes bang. I go, you're not from the future. You know how to make these things. I go, I didn't fucking concentrate, okay? I couldn't prove it. I couldn't prove it. How would I do it? Is there anything I could predict? Is there a date that I'd know? That I'd go, I'm from the future, there's a Halley's Comet's going to go round. I wouldn't know. If I could swat up before I went back, and I knew it was exactly 500 years ago, and I'd know I'm landed on Tuesday, and Wednesday was when Halley's Comet went by, or, you know, something like that, Krakatoa, or whatever, you couldn't prove it. Oh, that's a great question, but it's impossible to answer, isn't it? Oh, I couldn't make anything, could I? Could I invent anything? I could say, don't drink the water. That's where the bugs are. I'd know what they were doing wrong. I think leeches. Don't put leeches on your bollocks. It does fuck all. Like, what do we do instead? Like, I don't know. Oh, God. Apparently, in one of the plagues, the Black Death, they thought it was the smell. They thought the disease was carried on smell. So you've got they made these big, sort of weird sort of suits that were like leather things with like a beak that was packed with like posies and flowers because they thought the smell couldn't get in. What's weird is it worked because what they didn't realise was it was actually carried on fleas, but the fleas couldn't bite them. So they thought this suit was working, and it was working, but only because the fleas couldn't bite them because they were keeping out the smell. It's good, isn't it? I could do that. Oh, I'd be useless. That's a good question, that. Welsh Felix. You awaken to find that Twitter bollocks gang have started selling Mr. T the Taco t-shirts with all the profits going to animal charities. Right? They even sent you a t-shirt of your own. You're going to do a Twitter broadcast. Do you wear it or just show it off? Well, I've got it ready. There you go. Look at that. Isn't that brilliant? That's the bollocks gang. I've done that. So well done. Also, thanks everyone for buying a raffle for All Dogs Matter to win Auntie's portograph. Good. So we're getting it all done here. Julia, what or who was your inspiration for the annoying English teacher? He was brilliant in an awful way. Yeah. Played by the great Tim Key, one of Diane's dates. The joke, though, often those little things are my excuse to do like a sketch about a type. So it wasn't based on anyone, but the sketch was very simple, classic comedy sketch writing. Was, what if you took your job home with you? Classic. What if a teacher, you know, like a teacher is at school, what if he was like that at home? Classic comedy. So he couldn't get out of how he treated children with an adult. Elbows, sit up. That was the joke. Then you just build things around him, make him pompous, make him rude to waiters, make him sort of arrogant, make him, you know, think that he's a genius. But that was the inspiration. What if a policeman was a policeman at home? You know? And it's just classic old sketch writing. Leslie. Armageddon is about the end of the world. Yeah, that's my next stand-up after Supernature. I've done Supernature, but that's not going to be out for months. That's on Netflix. They're putting that into 160 languages, so people can complain in every country in the world. But our next one is Armageddon. My question is, did you find your head was just bursting with so many ideas for this subject? Yeah, it was. So the basic premise of this is, it's me. I'm going to talk about all the different ways humanity will be wiped out, and I'm sorry that I'm not around to see it. So a cheery subject. So it'll take on everything from, are we going to destroy ourselves from shit ideas, politics, war, greed, famine, global warming, ametia, whatever, zootropic diseases. So it's all about that, all those fun things, but me sort of laughing about it and being a bit smug that I'll be dead, but sorry that I'd like to see it. So, yeah, I've got my first new material night, Tuesday, and I'm just going to go down and just try stuff out, really. I haven't really written routines, but I've got, the odd observation and gag, and my chums are going to help me out. So, very exciting. Nancy, when you stay in a hotel somewhere, do you secretly take things from the hotel room? Like the soap, shampoo, tea bags? I do. I don't take those things. I take a pen, because I like the fact that it's got the name of the hotel and the city often. Like, Four Seasons, Paris, or whatever. Now they'll be on the phone. They're going, where's our pen? I don't know. You says on the bollocks gang, you nick our pen. I went, no. I didn't know. They said, Nancy said she nicks tea bags and shit. But you did say was this, and you nick our pen. I go, no. I did. Can't prove it. Casper and Yuri. Why are there no cats in Afterlife? I'll tell you, because they can't fucking act. Simple as that. They can't act. Dogs can act, can't they? They do what they're told. Cats don't. Cats won't do what they're told. The best you can hope from a cat is that it just sits there, if that's what you want. But you can't write cat walks across. Fuck, he's fucked. He's fucked it. He's sat down. He's licking his ass. Right, cut. So that's your answer. And there is one. Is it Ep 3? Series 2? The sort of lady who's lost her husband and daughter, and she's got a little cat, played by Sid the cat. I think his name is Frank in the thing. I've got a different chair, but it's too slidey. I keep sliding down like that. It's too slidey. So yeah, there are cats. There's one cat in Afterlife, and it just had to sit there so that he could do that. Keena, how does it feel to receive such an overwhelming response from different parts of the world? I think it is utterly phenomenal. It is. It's mental. I talk about it to some of the cast, and none of us have ever done anything like this for the reaction, the amount of people. And it's not just the viewing figures, they're mental. I mean, they are mental. When you think about the people get excited about what, you get on telly, right? And it's like 20 times that. It's mad, right? But that, I can't take credit for that. That's, Netflix has got to take some of the credit for that. Well, and the people that watched it, of course. And word of mouth is the best. Word of mouth is still the best. And particularly because it's always there. It's not like it's gone, like if it's on telly or, or you got to buy the DVD or something. It's always there. So people are visiting it like it's the first day it's out. People discovering it every day. And every day people finish the whole series or start the series. But what's different about this is the depth of the connection. Obviously, people like the jokes and, they like all the comedy characters like Brian and rating them. I was like, but I'd say 9 out of 10 compliments are people saying, you know, they cried or they connected with the character or something. And the best thing about it is, because it's had hundreds of millions of views, right? Some people don't even know the other stuff I've done. Some people are sort of coming of age. They weren't born when The Office was out, so they're going, oh, I didn't. Or some people are going, oh, I hated The Office, but I love this, and then they go back and watch Derek that they didn't watch because they didn't like The Office or something. So it's just constant. It's a constant stream of people discovering it or me or Netflix, and it is a phenomenon. And but the best thing about it is it's the emotional connection. I think some people don't like it. Some people hate that. Some people go, oh, I ruined the comedy. But everyone's different. Of course they do. If you look at 10 things I've done and you ask 1,000 people to put them in order, it would be a different order. Everyone will put it in a different order. Some people will hate The Office, love Afterlife. Some people it's the other way around. Everyone is different. And no one thinks they're wrong. If you see people see a list, they go, well, that's a wrong list. It's not a wrong list. It's just not your list, mate. Everyone's different. It doesn't surprise me. It never surprises me what order people put my stuff in. I just think, well, yeah, because you're a person. So you're going to have it in your order. But people take it personally. You see it. I see it online when someone says, I hated The Office, I love this. People go, you're crazy, dude. I hated this, I love The Office. There's no argument. There's not a right or wrong answer. It's so weird. Because they take it, they think, oh, why isn't everyone the same as me? Why do people love that thing? I hate it. Or why don't people love that thing? I love it. So it is phenomenal, and overall, obviously, it's just amazing. And the important thing is that's the proof of the pudding, right? You know, I see these things that a few people rave about, and no one watches them because it's sort of like there's a snobbery. You're going to watch this thing. It's like, you know, like the posh press are champion something, and then you look at it and you think, well, it's everyone in the world is equal. Everyone is just as valid. 1 million people watching something, you know, that's amazing to me. I realise more and more that I only care about the audience now. I used to love awards and reviews only because I wanted people to watch the show, but now I realise it's irrelevant now because social media. Like, more people are watching this than read a newspaper today. So so I thank you. I thank the people at home for watching this sort of shit, retweeting things, watching Afterlife, Derek. You are the only that you're the only ones that matter. Nothing else matters. And that's the thing as well, that I think the broadcasters are suddenly realising that in studios, is they can put all the 5-star reviews and say won Oscars, doesn't matter. Whereas if people watch something, they want a piece of it. They want it, that's all they care about deep down, because they only care about awards and reviews to get people to watch the thing. So if you go straight as a new advice I'd give to a new director, go straight to the public, go direct to the public, and that's what matters, and that'll stop you being a fucking snob and just worry about the ordinary people. I include myself in that, by the way. I'm an ordinary person. I'm not saying I'm special. Far from it. But that's one of my pet hates. I see that. Celebrities definitely think they're a little bit better. They're not. They're worse. They're worse. Right. There you go. That was half hour of absolute bollocks, wasn't it? Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Buy a t-shirt. Buy buy something for charity, help the dogs and cats, all animals. Be nice to animals. And cheers. Tatty bye, everyone. Tatty bye.